Now, Geeta, Kharkiv is personal for India right now. It has been for the last 24 hours. It's a city that is breaking apart piece by piece under some of the most fearsome weapon attacks by the Russians over the last 24 hours. It's happened even before that, but the damage is much more visible right now and things are spiraling very quickly out of control. Time is running out for the Ukrainian government. Time is also running out for the Indian government, for Indians in this city.
Well, that's right, Shiv. A very serious scenario for the Indian administration. We've seen Prime Minister Narendra Modi hold several high-level meetings in fact, only to ensure safe evacuation. The Russian ambassador and the Ukrainian ambassador were called in yesterday. The Russian clearly being told that there needs to be safe passage for Indian students. Shiv, last when our correspondents were speaking to the coordinators, the student coordinators from Kharkiv, they're saying that there are still about 3,000 or 3,500 students. We do know that a lot of effort was made to pull some of them out and take them to the Western Front. But it is a Herculean task. Look at the state of the city. There is no way that these students who are now in bunkers in safer places can really step out to even move. So a safe passage is absolutely a necessity right now, whether if it is from the Ukrainian side or from the Russian side. We are looking at Indian government is looking at evacuation plans, Shiv, not just from the western side. Now they are contemplating how to ensure that, because Kharkiv is a border town on the eastern side of Ukraine, they're trying to look at options to get the students out into Russia and then safe return to India. So these are options that are being contemplated, but it doesn't seem like any of those plans can really be put in place till they can actually physically go and get those students out of Kharkiv.
With me, Geeta, I just want to show our viewers now very quickly the areas that are currently under attack by Russia and the areas that have also been occupied. We've got a quick map that I want to show you, then we'll return to those pictures of what Ukraine looks like right now. The red areas are places that are reportedly under Russian control. Chernihiv is a city that's seeing a lot of fighting. The Chernobyl general area exclusion zone has been surrounded by Russian tanks. Kyiv is still holding out against Russian forces. Remember, this is the rebel area and the Crimean Peninsula. The city of Kherson also has a lot of Russian attacks happening. Mariupol, where India Today's reporters were stationed until just a few days ago, is also seeing a great deal of shelling. But the city of Kharkiv, which as you can see is just 40 kilometers from the Russian border, is being attacked relentlessly. This area between Kharkiv city and the border with Russia has a large concentration of Russian forces who are mounting some of these attacks. Let's put those pictures on our screen right now of the attacks that are taking place in the city of Kharkiv. A police headquarters building and a military academy have been attacked at this time in Kharkiv. This is an image of the military academy that was apparently hit. Huge plume of smoke. You can see a church also on the left-hand side, you know, typical Soviet architecture there. This is a long image of the military academy that has been struck. And we also have an image of the police headquarters that have been struck in the same city just earlier today. These are images from just today. Some kind of a rocket attack on the city. The building is still structurally intact, but the roof has been completely devastated. Huge fire. Incendiary weaponry and warheads possibly being used to set fire to buildings to amplify the sense of damage and destruction. There's a lot of psychological effect in the choice of weaponry as well being used by Putin's invading forces to provide a sense of shock and awe, a scorched earth sort of situation. And remember, the images you're looking at are also disturbing because this is a bustling downtown area of a very old city of Kharkiv, which once used to be Ukraine's capital, as we just heard that Ukrainian MP tell us. So this is a place that usually is bustling with, you know, with civilians, lots of crowd. There are shops and office buildings in this area. Now it is totally devastated. The police headquarters building is on fire. A military academy building has been pounded by rockets, and it is a city completely crippled and besieged right now. But like we've been telling you, Ukraine is not giving up just yet. A dramatic confrontation, meanwhile, was also caught on camera when Ukrainian civilians blocked a Russian tank column at the Bashtanka area in Mykolaiv. The civilians were heard asking Russian soldiers to go home. As its security forces battle this invading army, civilians are setting up the last stand against the enemy. Russia, of course, blames Ukraine and says that Ukraine is using civilians as human shields against the Russian army. Well, undaunted nevertheless by raining bombs and missiles, armed civilians are setting up impromptu roadblocks and blockades using whatever resources are available to them. On this highway between Odessa and Mykolaiv in southern Ukraine, residents piled up tractor tires filled with sand and topped with sandbags to block an armored convoy. In other areas, residents tried to block the movement of Russian tanks, vehicles on roads leading to the country's big metropolitan cities. Similar instances of Ukrainian civilians arming themselves and turning to the battlefield have also been witnessed literally from day one.